Mic on.
Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. I know everyone was expecting Super Mario RPG today, but there are some issues with the ROM, and I didn't feel like fighting with it for another hour trying to make everything work, so we're doing some RTS today because that's my standby day-to-day gameplay stuff. I have a friend who will be coming in and playing with me. Burb is Burb. How's everyone doing in the international heat wave we're currently experiencing? It was 93 here yesterday. I think it's a little bit cooler today, but it's not comfortable, that's for sure. Let's see. I was expecting him to be back by now, but he is not. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just do a skirmish against the AI while we wait for him to get back. Let's go hard. Let's go Roos. Roos are fun. They're my favorite Civ. They're probably, well, they're definitely not the strongest Civ, but they're my favorite Civ. So, just make sure I have everything set up the way I want it. Let's do a Black Forest map. I would kill for 90-degree weather. We're in the upper 90s to hundreds. It sucks. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was talking to a friend yesterday who lives over in Britain, and he was at 104. So it's real fun stuff these days. Without getting too political, definitely global warming is not real. Absolutely not. There definitely is not a climate change problem. No siree. Okay, now I'm done. Let's move on. Alright. We're just gonna start this real quick, and this will be our warm-up for when my friend gets in here and we start doing some 2v2s and stuff against some hardest AIs. Alright. Gather up all these sheep as quickly as we can. So any of you who don't know anything about Age of Empires 4, the Roos have a really cool bonus where essentially I can just run around the map and kill all the random deer and boars and stuff, and I will receive bonus gold income just for having killed them, and it will continue to come in throughout the rest of the game. So what you want to do is you want to try to hit a high threshold. So if you look here, there's different tiers, and we want to try to get to tier 3, 500 in value there. I got distracted talking about that, and I lost track of my population. Anyway, we want to get to that 500 number, preferably as early as possible. The earlier we can manage, the better that will be for us. So we're going to go drop this hunting lodge right down there. That'll give us that gold income. And then our scout is going to go around and gather as many sheep as we can. They also contribute to the bounty. Not as much as the boars or deer will, but they will do something. And as soon as we have that hunting camp up, we're going to start making a few more scouts so that we can just run around and take basically kill all the deer on this map, and before long we'll actually start bringing their carcasses back to our town center here and harvest their food. But the first goal is to actually get them killed. We are playing Abbasid Dynasty, so this will be... It's certainly not our best matchup. Rus are very cavalry heavy. Yeah, I do have the nice number right now, Black Mage. I'm almost loath to see it go up, but you know, eventually it's gonna go, and that's that. Hey TJ, how goes? Slight change of plans for today. We're playing some RTS instead of some RPG, but hopefully no one's too upset. We almost have enough people there. We almost have enough on that. So as soon as that guy pops out, we will retask this over here. I think we're gonna build Golden Gate because I don't think an aggressive Kremlin placement will really accomplish much for us this game. Have him get food. Yeah, it's a little bit late for breakfast, TJ. I mean, technically, if it's your first meal of the day, it's breakfast regardless, but, you know. Let's see what we have as far as sheep gathered right now. We have a decent number. Not an amazing amount, but enough. I have that Golden Gate in just a minute. Brunch requires alcohol, otherwise it's just a sad late breakfast. Mimosas, bottomless mimosas, right? So that you can, TJ will get this. You gotta be careful with the bottomless mimosas. You'll end up with a bunch of brunch skunks. Hey Fel, how goes? Yeah, I'm finally mostly recovered from the being sick. So I'm sort of back, mostly. Indeed. Fel was just waiting for the bottomless mimosas to come in. Thank you for taking care of the shout-outs, sir. Alright. Oops. We need scouts. We need scouts fast, and we need scouts hard. So that we can go and start taking out these deer. I'm gonna go ahead and build one more place right over there. Give me 1 second. I think my friend might have come back and is messaging me, so let's just double check that. Nope. Not at this exact moment. Okay. Back to the game. Come down here. We're going to send our scouts down here. So the strategy here, since we're playing Rus, and we want to get all of the bounty we can possibly get, as early in the game as we can possibly go, is we are going to go straight down into our enemy's area, right at the edge of their territory, and we're going to kill every single freaking deer that we can. The advantage to that is twofold. One, we will get the bounty from it. Two, that will set it up for us to come in, as soon as Professional Scouts is done researching, to come in and snag their deer away so they cannot get the food from it. if we can completely starve them out on their starting food right over here, and all they have is a little bit of fish in the back and some berries and their sheep, that will noticeably slow down their economy, and then we will be ahead. Let's see, what do we need? Nothing right now. We'll save those for stone. We're gonna have to start going to stone just... I think we're actually gonna do that right now. So we can start getting up some defenses soon. Okay, so we have that first group of deer are all dead. So there's our bounty acquired for that. So now we're gonna snake around to the side here. And we're gonna take out this second group of deer. And professional scouts should be done very soon here, any second now. Gotta keep our research up. We don't want to fall behind.
Hey,
Hey. Welcome back, AJ.
thank you. Welcome back to you as well.
So I'm doing a quick skirmish because I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna run through this and then we'll do some 2v2.
Alrighty.
I mean, if you're interested, you could always look at the stream and do some color commentary on how I'm fucking everything up while I'm playing.
I'd rather be part of that magic, to be fair.
Oh, okay. That's valid. That's valid. I got off to a little bit of a rough start here as Roos. I'm not doing the best I've ever done, but I think we're okay.
Yeah.
We're still ahead of the AI, so good enough. Gonna shit out a couple more scouts because that's absolutely necessary so that we can go in. And I am poaching all of the deer from the edge of their base so they don't get their food. How, you know, as you do as Roos. It's pretty close to time to start pulling out some knights, which are going to do a lot more damage than the scouts. Maybe we can shut this game down really fast. We'll see how well that goes.
Well, best of luck. I'm just going through the campaign and seeing how far I got, and man,
Not very.
like I got up to 1153 Wallingford, but
So it's only like the third or fourth British map, right? Something like
the
that?
7th one
Oh, okay.
out of like 10. So
I think there are 9. It goes 9, 8, 7, 8, if I recall correctly. Something like that. Maybe it's 10. I'm trying to remember. I know...
it is.
Okay.
Hastings, York, Bayeux, Tinchbury,
Got it.
Bremiel, Lincoln, Wallingford, Dover, Rochester, and Lincoln.
That's right. I remember now because the first one is kind of not even really a mission. It's more like just a tutorial battle where they tell you, hey, attack with these units. Okay, now they're countering with these units, so use these other units. Yeah. Forgot about that sort of micro tutorial they give you.
I did like all of these on hard, and like Wallingford really is hard. Like I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I mean, like I've only had like 2 attempts on it. One attempt when I do campaigns is just sort of see what the aggression's like and the amount of soldiers that they pump out and like how fast and whatever, and then, you know, get a lay of the land where there's extra gold or how much gold there even is on the map or stone. And then the second time round, I try and see like doing my first strategy of booming, and then if booming doesn't work, then it's like the third attempt and onwards is just like just switch it up and see what happens and what helps you to win.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, that sounds about right.
Like, the other ones, I didn't have to do that because even though they were on hard, it was, again, just one of those things where it's manageable. But this one, I really do not know. Like, they're like, oh yeah, look, you've survived until reinforcements have arrived. And, like, you look at the reinforcements and they've sent you, like, 20 men. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, they're not real generous.
no. So you said that there is a mod for this that allows you to have more soldiers.
There's actually a couple different things you can get. There are several mods that increase population caps, and then there's also the mod that I actually really like is a enhanced gameplay mod. And one of the things that it can do, or no, I misspoke. The enhanced gameplay mod is a different one. It's a advanced settings mod, and it lets you change the total number of the unit cap. The enhanced gameplay mod is more like a rebalance, but that is really fun too. I really like that mod. That one cuts all the economic unit cost in half, and then makes things like, for instance, stone walls take, I think it's 3 times as long to build, but are 4 times as strong. Stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It's really changes the game to feel a lot closer to AoE 2 in some ways.
Yeah. So where is it then that you get the mods for this?
So if there's an actual, like, in the top of the main menu, there's a mods button. It's the little I'm trying to think of, since I'm not on the main menu right now, I'm trying to think of where it is, but I know it's right in the main menu area.
Okay, hang on a second. Right, yeah, I've gone on to it.
I
So
want to
yeah,
say it's
mods.
up in the top.
So, all right, so you can. Okay. 300 population cap.
Come on, deer. Drop. There you go. One thing that is always annoying when you're playing as the Rus is half the time you click to drop your deer and they don't drop the freaking deer.
This one seems alright. Pop cap 400, no houses required, golden stone mine set to 100,000.
Jesus. The ultimate turtle mod.
Basically.
I would advise that what you get, what I can do actually is I can host a match for us, and I can turn on the mods, and then it'll download the mods for you. But I would advise that you grab the advanced settings and the enhanced gameplay mods, because with the advanced settings you can actually do all kinds of stuff. You can change the population count, you can turn on regicide as a victory condition, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. It's quite a useful little bit of programming. I would imagine, considering they add, like I said, they add regicide, they change some things. They actually have a setting in there where you can turn it from a bunch of separate sacred points into one central sacred point that you have to hold out to win. There must have been a lot of work that went into that mod, because it changes fundamental core functions of the game.
Well, there's this one that I've just stumbled across now. Summary for AoE 4 Ultimate, 800 unit cap.
Mm-hmm.
With resource nodes, so all of them, trees, stone, berries, gold, being 100,000 as well. Now, that to me sounds appealing, but just like 100,000, like what? I don't know what this obsession is with these people that are making like 100,000 resources per node. Like,
I think they're the ultimate turtlers, right? Like, they just want to sit there and never move.
Basically, yeah. But I mean, even like if they just set it at like 5,000 per tree and whatever, like.
Right. You would never run out of a forest.
Yeah, so if they want to keep their sort of defensive tree lines up, it can still last a while before you get to them, and then obviously when you get to like the last sort of couple of rows of trees, then move to a different forest and
Mm-hmm.
then do that. But nope, we'll just put 100,000 resources in each tree. It's fine.
I mean, why not, right?
Oh gosh. Like now though, I am more hyped for like my 4K monitor to come now because like now that I've like seen these enhancements and stuff, like it'll actually be really pleasant.
It'll be a fun time when you have like 1,000 units on 4K. You might at that point you'll probably have to turn down settings.
I don't know, I mean like I've got a pretty strong build. I've got a 30 series GPU, two SSDs, like
What model number 30?
uh 60 Ti.
Okay. I'm running a 2060. So
Okay.
it's not a TI, but not I want to say the TI designation on a 60 is about a 15% increase, so it's not a huge gap.
What from the standard models of like just 60,
Correct.
70 and yeah.
Yeah, correct. I think it's approximately a 15% upgrade. Something like that. Between like 8 and 20%. Depends on
Yeah.
which manufacturer it is and everything.
Mine is a Founders Edition from Nvidia.
Ah, okay. Did you find it on sale somewhere?
Nope, I just went on the website and paid £380 for it. Well, it's 360, but for the postage and packaging, it's an extra 20 on top.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but that was really good because my friend that works down at one of the IT shops here in my city, he said to me, "Oh, like the 30 series is like back in stock now, like since obviously
Hmm.
the pandemic and shutting production down and
Well,
stuff."
it's actually because of the crypto crash.
Yeah, and then he said like we've got them back in stock on the Nvidia website. So I was like, okay then. And this was like literally, I think like a day after I'd got back from America.
Right.
And so everything, like I thought, okay, I'll just like chill and just wait because it's saying it's in stock and obviously procedurally then it'll end up being like low stock and then like out of stock and whatever. So it was just still on buy now, like just full stock,
Hmm.
And then literally I check the day after and it's like low stock already. I'm like, shit, okay, then never mind, I'm not waiting. So then I bought that because I was like looking at the prices of all the models, whether it be like the base version or like the TIs for each. I guess if you want to call it tier. So like 70, 80 and 90 and whatever.
Hmm.
So you'd obviously think Satan usually does do very reasonable prices and often cheaper for products and whatever. And so I looked up like 3060 Ti's. Well, I was mainly looking up 3080s because
Right.
that's the ones that I wanted preferably. But then like they were like £1,800.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like,
They're
definitely not.
insanely overpriced.
Yeah, I was like, definitely not. So I was like, I'll check the website, like my friend said. And like the website sure was better because its actual retail price of like £900. So I was like, I'll try looking at like the 70s. And then I was like, for the value of money and like what you're getting, I was like, I'm just gonna settle with the 3060 Ti. So I only paid £380 for that. Once that went out of stock and I was like looking on Amazon, literally, if you want to get a 3060 Ti Founders Edition on Amazon, £755.
Yeah, I'm not
So
surprised.
literally double the price from
Hmm.
retail value from the actual site. So I was like, well, yeah, all those suckers that really want one, they can fucking buy it on here. But I'm glad that I've got a £380 payment for a 3060 Ti. I was like, I'm more than happy, and it's 8 GB as well of dedicated video memory. So it's like, you can't go wrong because most games aren't pressing that high anyway, even still to this day.
It's true.
So
So I'm running, like I said, my standard edition 2060, and I still have not run into a modern game that I cannot crank all the way up.
yeah,
So
like 10 gigabytes again is still very good. Like, if you really want to sort of future-proof yourself with the sort of 20 or 30 series, and obviously now the 40 series that'll come out this year, 10 gigabytes is always really good. But 8 gigabytes, like, is comfortable. And I'd say that anything under that is just sort of like, like even Assassin's Creed, sort of like Odyssey and Origins and stuff on like Ultra, you're still gonna press to about 6 gigabytes, just a bit under maybe.
right.
So it's like 8 gigabytes and onwards for a GPU to have is definitely more than comfortable.
I would agree with you.
My friend, he's waiting to get the 40 series when it comes out. This like other friend of mine that I game with, and I said to him, like, if the 40 series isn't offering anything astronomical, like obviously with the 20 series and onwards now, it offered ray tracing with
Right.
GPUs. So that was something, it's like, okay, this is actually a game changer in terms of fidelity and literally everything, geometry, whatever, like everything is monumentally better. But if a 40 series isn't going to bring anything, it's just going to essentially be a glorified 30 series that they're just saying, okay, well, this is a new series. We can afford to crank it out at like, I don't know, 30% the price of all the other ones on top, or even more than 30%, just because it's going to be the new series of GPU. In which, if there's not better like writing and threads and all that kind of stuff that it can go with your processor or anything like that, then the 40 series is literally obsolete, and you might as well just pay less and get a 30 series.
Current well, it sort of goes back and forth right now. There are some people who are saying, the crypto market crashed, buy a card while you can while they're cheap. There's some people who are saying, crypto cards usually aren't treated super well, so you might not have a great shelf life with a crypto card. I think to a large degree that's been a bit debunked because, in order to get optimal cycling out of a card, you do need to actually keep it cool and keep it basic maintenance. Essentially, you can't just stick it in a box and let it go and be done with it. You'll burn out your card and you won't get the performance you want out of it for the actual crypto. And then the other side of it is the 40 series. So I don't want to make you feel bad or anything, but the current benchmarks for the 40 series, the 4060 is stronger than the 3080.
Yeah. But,
So
I mean,
so that's
to be fair, naturally it should be, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think it's wrong to maybe expect that much of a leap, but that's not historically the way it's been, right? Like from the 2080, the 3060 is not stronger than the 2080, for example. So it's a little bit of a. You're probably right to expect that the new series, they should be overall a tier above, but it's more like they've historically been incremental improvements.
Yeah.
But with the 40, I believe essentially what happened between the 30 and the 40 is they've fixed a lot of their thermal issues, and so the core processing is just that much more efficient. Because a lot of the, not the 2060, but the like 2070, 2080, and then the 3070, 3080 have a lot of thermal issues. So by fixing those, obviously they increase performance inherently.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a lot of mustard in this sandwich.
Well, that makes it a good sandwich.
Yeah, but this is to the point where, like, I'm feeling it, like, tingling in my nose.
So what you're saying is you're eating a mustard sandwich with some sort of meat on it?
Yeah, I'm having a ham sandwich with mustard.
No, you're having a mustard sandwich with ham.
Yeah, true, true.
I applaud you on the topic change there from GPUs to sandwich meats.
Mm.
How many White Wolf Black Mage, you guys enjoying the GPU to sandwich meat conversation?
Of course. Wow.
It's time to get my my horse archers out. I've gone age 4. I'm 1.5 times this guy's score, so I don't think I have anything to worry about as far as that goes. So now all I have to do is probably produce some... you know what? Actually, we're not going to run all the way back home with these builders. We're going to build a couple of siege facilities here, siege workshops, up by our front lines. And that should get us going pretty well as far as... Just need a couple trebuchets, maybe a couple cannons, something like that, and then we can push in and finish this guy.
Okay.
And then that way you can join us for the next round. Let's see. We got our gold harvested out. Let's go for that. Probably part of the reason that my score is so good, and I am actually bottling this. I bottled this guy into his base, and I basically shut him down entirely right at the beginning, is because I'm playing Rus. And again, as I said earlier in the stream, Rus are definitely not considered the strongest faction right now, but they are my favorite faction. I definitely have an affinity for them. Coming in, I don't know, sort of mid-game with a whole lot of heavy, slightly too early units that can just come in and shut down everything else is really great.
Oh shit. I'll just drop mustard.
Well, you shouldn't do that. Don't drop mustard. Definitely don't drop the mustard in prison.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if that's I don't even know how that's applicable, but whatever.
I don't either, but I don't intend on going there anytime soon, so I think I should be alright.
Can I point out a simple fact? I would venture most people who don't go to prison, or who go to prison, don't plan on going to prison.
Yeah, but then I think those people are probably still stupid enough, though, to think that, well, I know I'm doing a bad thing, but I am a criminal mastermind.
Yes.
I've watched How to Get Away with Murder. I'll be right back.
That's your instructional manual right there.
Yeah, of course. Right, I'll be right back.
Yep. Alright guys, while AJ is away, let's siege down these fucking Abbasid bastards. I'm going with our army in just a minute here. We're gonna absolutely clear up this army of theirs. Not even a contest. Shock and awe, baby. Let's get a couple more trebuchets so we can get rid of these buildings even faster. We might as well just get rid of this wall now. It's not doing us any good. It's already been more or less taken out, and it's really just in our way. So let's get rid of that. And we're just going to keep on with this knight and horse archer strat here, because I don't see any reason that they would be able to stop us. Their camels are theoretically very good against our composition, our army composition, but it's not going to get them anywhere because they're coming out with like 4 of them at a time, and we have, 40. Let's see. Yep, we got all this coming in. We're going to take out this tower over here. And then we're going to keep pushing in. Let's put our rally point right up to the front here, so that we don't have to worry about it as we get going further in here. Remove that. And at this point, they don't even really have an army to resist us with. They have some spears, but meh. That won't do anything against this many horse archers. Theoretically, the spears would beat the knights, but with the horse archers backing them up, it's not going to really accomplish much. So we can pretty much just walk right through their army here. Just back up a little bit, just so that our horse archers don't die. Move these guys to a better position. And let's get in here. Now, one nice thing about fighting the Abbasid dynasty, most civilizations end up with four landmarks by the end of the game, and one of the ways you win is by destroying all the enemy landmarks. But the Abbasids only have 2. Because they don't actually build landmarks to age up, they research from their first landmark. So they only have their town center and then their first landmark. So what we can do here is we can just focus down this House of Wisdom here. Once that goes down, we're basically home free. Get a couple research going, even though it doesn't actually matter. It's not that hard, Black Mage. It's just a matter of you play this for a while, you figure out what the different groups are capable of doing, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and then you just exploit it. To be fair, I have been playing strategy games since 1995, I want to say, was the year of the first Command & Conquer game, which was the first computer game I ever played, and also the first strategy game I ever played. So I do have a lot of practice playing these games, but nonetheless, I don't think you have to be some kind of super genius to understand strategy games. You just sort of look at the numbers and look at the descriptions of units, and that pretty much tells you what to do. No, they got one of my trebuchets with that tower right here, but that doesn't actually matter because their town center is about to be destroyed, at which point we win. There we go. GG, AI. GG. What I would love to do, Black Mage, at some point is play some strategy games with, you and Wolf and anyone else who doesn't really have experience with strategy games. I think it would be really fun to get to play some of these games and sort of show you guys the ropes and figure out, help you figure out what you're doing, and maybe you'll come to love them as much as I do. Well, as per last time, AJ has great timing, and he's away while we're in between a match again. What we'll do is we will invite him to the group. Hey, he's back. There we go.
I'll have to, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but, because my dad's got COVID right now, and he drives usually.
Okay.
So like my grandparents are getting some stuff for us, so I'll have to go and run to the door at some point. But we should be able to get at least one game in before they come.
Okay. All right.
And then we can have like another game or whatever or two after. So.
Alrighty. You know what I'm halfway tempted to do?
Go for it.
You know what might be fun? Let's back out of this game real quick.
Okay.
Alright, bear with me on this. This is gonna be a little bit wild, but what we're gonna do... Oh, I guess that didn't keep you in the party for some reason when I backed out of the match. We are gonna change this to... Nomad, Advanced Game Settings.
Okay.
We're going to go for Regicide as a bonus thing here. Let's go Dynamic Teams, no Treaty, Nomadic. We're going to turn on the Enhanced Gameplay Pack. We're not going to do any team balancing.
Alright.
Let's see. We're gonna make this just a crazy thing here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna open this up as a public match. We're gonna change the map size to 6, and I want to change the map to mega random. So we're gonna do a actually also if you wouldn't mind, you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm also gonna set my faction to random too, or my civilization to random.
All right.
And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna actually change it to no team. And we're going to go in, and we're going to do an FFA. Oh, hey, yeah, I saw you say that, Wooks. Sorry that everything was breaking for you today. But, hopefully things get better for you. Oh, well, I guess you've given up, so never mind. Hopefully things get better for you by giving up and not trying anymore. That's a way that things can get better, right? We're gonna wait for a minute here and see if we can get... Actually, I'll change the name here. So we can do...
I was just looking at the mods, because of course it allows you to view what the changes are.
Uh-huh.
And this does look so much nicer.
Yeah. With the... Which one? With the enhanced gameplay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do really enjoy some of the changes. Yeah, sorry, Wooks, that sucks. Hey, look, some people got here. So we're gonna just try this real quick. Hopefully we can get 6 people. If we can't, 4 is fine. So basically the way this is going to work, I'm sure you've done Nomad games in 2, right?
Yep.
So this will be a Nomad situation, obviously. But there was a tournament that happened recently that was called the Outback Octagon, and it was
Okay.
basically what I'm doing right here. That's why I named the game that. And what we're gonna do is we're going to. It's gonna be a. In this case, it's a 6-player, but it'll be a free for all, and we're just going to find a corner and try to build up and try to keep alive, and see if we can avoid dying. And you know, it. I haven't tried this yet. I watched. I watched the matches from the tournament, and it seemed absolutely insane and really fun. So I hope you enjoy giving this a shot.
Well, as the saying goes, you should give everything a go at least once. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know if that applies to everything though. I mean, death. You
yeah,
know,
something
that
like
death is a little bit. You can only
yeah,
really.
shooting yourself in the head to see if it hurts
Right.
is
Yeah.
probably no.
Doesn't really accomplish much for you.
No,
By the time you know whether you like it or not, it's a little too late.
exactly.
But what I propose is we're going to be a little bit sneaky here, and we're going to basically not like flat out be allies and go and raid people together, but what we will is we'll just essentially ignore each other for the whole match until we get to the end. So maybe by the two of us sort of non-aggression pacting each other, we can get ourselves all the way to the end.
That would be that'd be nice.
All right, go ahead and hit that little ready button, and let's get this going. One of these guys is playing Mongol. That'll be interesting. Which is, fundamentally a really good civilization in a nomad setting, because if someone comes and attacks you, you can just pack up and move.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got.
Look at China Ben Team 1. Alright then.
Well, there's one guy on team 1. That makes sense, right? A team of
Yeah.
1. That's totally a reasonable thing. 2 Mongols, a Delhi and English, 2 French. This is gonna be interesting. You know what? I'm not even gonna try moving. This is just a good spot. Not gonna bother. Did this not work? What's going on? Oh man.
I'm just enjoying watching the resources go up right now.
Yeah. Whiners. Yes, the mod broke a little bit. We can't drop our TC. So you're gonna have to harvest a little bit first. That's okay. At least I think it's okay. Apparently, one of these guys doesn't think it's okay, but screw him. Actually, there is no reason for me to do that. Stop that. Alright. There we go with our town center. Alright, I'm gonna try to find people. Whereabouts on the map are you, AJ?
The west side.
Okay. I'm sort of middle east.
I mean, I'm just running around with my king. The Yellow's trying to attack him with his scout, which is going to be a bad idea because I'm going to get my town center up. So
Yeah, yeah. That is not the best plan ever.
okay, he's decided to run off finally. So
It's probably not a great idea to try to do a king snipe at the beginning because they do have a lot of health and
yeah, they really do.
yeah. I have no idea what this map looks like. It kind of seems like it's a little bit of a nope. It kind of looks a little bit like it's a little bit sort of not taiga. What's the one that's just sort of a mixed terrain area?
I don't remember.
Well, anyway, that one.
Oh wow. Okay, then that's nice. I have got a sheep that I'd collected, but somehow it is stuck inside a tree.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, weird things sometimes happen with mega random maps because, you know, they're mega random. I guess chop down the tree.
It's not really worth it because it's sort of like quite far away, so fuck that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do that. This will get pretty crazy pretty quick, I think. No.
I mean, I sort of hope it does.
Oof. My scout's dead.
Rip.
Yep, that's okay. He only had one sheep on him. It's not like it's a big loss. I did find where China is, or not China, Cami is, though. So that's good. I don't know exactly where you are, but Cami's basically directly in the north corner.
Fair enough, I did see him run off there after he tried sniping my king that has 1,000 HP.
Yeah, it's not exactly the wisest decision. I need to get some gold so that I can actually get ready to age up here. I think aging up is going to be pretty important in this because, you know, considering probably the easiest way to knock someone out will be to come in and get rid of their landmarks. Aging up is probably going to be really important because that's another lifeline you have.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. I have some deer over there. I'm gonna have to go and get those, I think. Eehee. I have a feeling Mitakiri is gonna be our problem child here.
Perhaps so.
One thing that I do particularly like about this mod is the way everything's a little bit rescaled to be, I wouldn't say it's true scale, but it's a lot closer to true scale than the core game is. Alright. Time for a landmark. I don't know what the best choice is going to be here. I think we'll go with cavalry. Especially since this map is, not very small, so cavalry are going to be useful.
What is China Ben doing? That's what I want.
Oh, China Ben dropped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he dropped basically his king went running by my place, and then he just dropped.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. He's like, I'm just gonna go for a stroll. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's only 5 of us at this point. Let's get wheelbarrow. That's a super useful tech. Yeah, let's actually send them up there. Yeah, we are going to go ahead and grab that right away. Even though it's probably not the single most efficient thing I can do, I am going to get chivalry really early because chivalry is really useful. You know what? Cancel it for now. I need the gold this second. What should I do? I think I'm gonna go for... Oops, wrong thing. There we go. Let's put that up there. Let's make 5 more of those. Okay. I'm gonna try to be a super annoying stereotypical French player, and we're just gonna go for knights. Knights, knights, knights. All the knights. Everywhere, knights.
Fair enough, sounds good.
I'm guessing you're gonna go for longbows, everywhere the longbows, everywhere the longbows?
Yeah, basically.
They will be, I mean, if you are close to another player, that would be a really good harass position with longbows. You can basically outrange all their crap and then just kill all their villagers.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where a lot of the other players are right now.
Yeah. What I need to do, honestly, is stop just producing a bunch of vills for the moment. Well, that's wrong. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, I need to get another town center up. And then I can produce a bunch of scouts and send them around while also producing vills. That's what I need to do.
Okay, green's to the south.
Okay.
He's sort of like in between like the both western and southern points, like on the diamond of the map. He's like right between them both.
Got it. Got it. Uh-oh. Mongol raids. I'm in trouble. Yep, I just lost so many vills. There's not really anything I can do about it because, he's coming through with Mangudai. There go most of my vills. Weird that he did that the way he did. Basically came through, killed a bunch of my vills, and then left. Which is not what he should be doing as Mongols. He should be setting some of my buildings on fire and then leaving. Just killing my vills, I mean, yes, that sets me back, but it doesn't do anything for him. Let's see, drop those there. Get that up here. Let's get over here. Pink really has a hard on for me now, so this will be fun. I guess he probably decided that his first raid went well, so we might as well do it again. That is not what I'm trying to do. There we go. Increase the armor there. No, let's not get that yet. I don't need that. Oh man. Now he has surrounded me with outposts too. I think Pink's gonna finish me off, and it's gonna be up to you to survive all this crap.
Okay, then do not hold out any faith in me. Just.
Well, I'm glad that it's cute, Fel. Someone in my chat thinks that the sound design for the tiny people is very cute.
Yeah, I mean, they've done very well with sound design with this game.
I would agree. You know what? I think I legit just stopped Pink. I killed his army, and that, yeah. Alright then. He just keeps sort of trying to strafe me. with Mangudai, which, I mean, definitely is how you should use Mangudai, but I don't think it's going to work out too well for him because they don't do a lot of damage. Oh man, he's an Imperial now.
Yeah, I mean, my eco's basically been wiped out.
Yeah, me too. Alright, let's do that, and then a bunch of those. And then let's move this guy here. It's decent enough. Hey, I have a question for you, Fel. I'm just curious, have you gotten a look at Stray yet? Because I figured that would be a game you would be pretty much right on top of. Oh, got someone coming in from that side now. Yep. Here comes yellow. Let's try to get some more horsemen out here. It's kind of the only thing I have that can do anything. What I am going to do... Oh, can't do that yet. That'll be the Khan dead. Oh, well, I'm dead. He entrapped my king with about 100 men-at-arms. So that's gonna be the end of me there.
Rip.
Rip. That's okay. Let's go take a look around.
I like how green's taking out like my
Your
wood
forest?
economy, but the thing is my wood economy is actually very good, and I've got like a surplus of wood.
Mm-hmm. I think less what he's doing is taking out your wood economy, and more what he's doing is chopping a hole through to your base.
Hmm. Well, that is fine by me.
Although, realistically, he doesn't really need to.
No,
I'm gonna,
because
I'm
he
gonna,
did.
I'm spotting for you a little bit, and he has a decent little army up in the hills up north of you, and I think he could find a path to get them down to you. I don't think he needs to chop through. Um, he would have to go way out of his way, so never mind. I guess it is probably smarter for him to chop through. He would have to go all the way down past the south middle, and then come back up to you. So I can almost guarantee what he's doing is chopping through to you. Um, if I were you, I would definitely be afraid of yellow and pink right now because they sort of sandwiched me and took me out.
Yeah.
And then, and you know, they're Mongols, so they can just go wherever they need to and move their economy with them and hit wherever they need to. I think green is really on track to take this game though. If um you can't really see, obviously you can't see his base, but it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, I saw a lot of it when I first started scouting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
And he's playing Delhi, which I would say is definitely going to fare well against Mongols, right? Like Mangudai and horsemen and stuff want to be doing hit and run tactics, and that's not going to work against Delhi with elephants. They're just going to stand there
Yeah,
and
I just
kill you.
found his army.
Ah, I see that. Yes, there goes your scout. So
This one's got.
there is actually a path through there then.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the way around that I went.
Okay. Yeah, so he's basically holding with some cavalry up there while he builds up a bigger army down south, which is all lancers basically, which is a weird choice for Delhi. You would think he'd want to go elephants. Um, yeah, you definitely have won this battle because, you know, spearmen and crossbowmen against heavy cavalry, you win. Like
Yep.
that's the direct counter. Now he's building a wall to keep you out.
I mean, I don't blame him, but at the same time, like, he was the aggressor to me, so, like,
It's true. And yellow, it looks like, oh my freaking god, yellow is going absolutely bonkers up north.
yeah, I've just seen up north as well, but,
Did you see how many pastures he has?
oh yeah.
There's like 40 of them. And he's still building more. It's like, I don't even know what he thinks he's trying to do there. Like, once you hit a certain number of sheep, it won't spawn anymore. So I'm assuming, yeah, actually, it looks like what he's doing is he's taking all of his shepherds and he's just killing the sheep as they walk over so that he can keep spawning more. So he just has this mound of dead sheep bodies. He also did something really weird here where he has just a pile of outposts in the back of his base. I'm not sure I see the logic of that. What is the point of defending literally the one spot people cannot come in to attack? Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. It looks like, oof. You might want to pull your lumberjacks away from that side there because in like 3 more trees, that's going to be chopped through, and he has 2 keeps on the other side of that.
Thank you.
Just, you know, a little bit of cheaty insider information, but that would be bad for you if you cut right into those keeps. It looks like he has about 100 Lancers, something like that, maybe somewhere around 80. Oh, I can just actually select them. I didn't realize I could do that while I'm the observer. He has 59 Lancers, okay. And a couple of Tower Elephants. My guess is he built the landmark that's giving him Tower Elephants? Yeah, he did. Because he doesn't seem to be actively producing them, so he's just passively getting them. He's building another keep up north, which seems weird. I guess that's directly to defend against you, which, I mean, he has a couple layers of stone walls down, so it doesn't really seem like he needs a keep right now, but I guess he doesn't necessarily know that you don't have a bunch of siege. Yeah, good place to So that's a meme. That's a meme from him yelling out Pink is trading. That was a meme from the Outback Octagon. One of the guys one of the players was winning with a wonder and then called out someone else for trading while they were winning with a wonder. So that's become a new meme now. It's like to just
Oh shit!
divert.
Fuck! I've just realised my builders stopped build. I'm thinking, why am I not on the last stage yet? This is taking ages. For some reason, my builders just stopped.
Oh man,
Wow!
I don't know where they ran off to go, but yeah, I see what happened there. Let me see if I can pull up overall scores here. I don't see anything that. Nah. There's no way for me to see like the current player score. So if you wanna tell me who's at the top of the list right now? I'm assuming it's green.
Yellow
Really?
9.6 and pink 9.2, green 8.8, me 5.1.
Oh wow. I would not have thought that green was below yellow and pink. Um Pink is coming for you, brother, and
Yeah, I've
it
seen
does
all of
not
his
look.
cavalry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he has 10 bombards behind his cavalry. So we might be moving on to another game shortly here. I don't know. I'm looking at your comp and I'm trying to figure out what you can even do against bombards right now, and I don't see anything. Basically, what you have to do is you have to pull out like a pile of horsemen or knights really fast, and that's the only way you're going to stop his bombards. Or you could use Springald. Springald could work too.
Oh well, green's coming. I've just shifted my men.
Oh shit! Fuck yeah! That's all the lancers and all the elephants coming right up. Yep, you're getting sandwiched just like I was. Although arguably, your sandwich is actually worse because I just had to fight Mongols, and Mongols are not super strong right now. You have to fight Delhi, so you have it a lot worse than I do. Pink actually... Did he give up? Where the hell is his army? He took his bombards back home. I honestly don't even know where his cavalry are. They're just gone. I don't know if he deleted them or... Oh. AJ's gone. Oh, I see what happened. Yellow went and charged Pink's base, and he brought all his cav back to fight them. I wonder... So what actually got you there? Do you know? Was it a landmark victory or a king snipe or what?
No, my king survived. It just said that my empire had just been conquered. That's it.
Looks like a landmark victory then. Your Abbey of Kings is dead, your Central Town Center is dead, your White Tower's dead, and your Wingard Palace. Yeah, it was a landmark victory.
Oh yeah.
Just looking over how this is going here. What is he doing? He's taking out a stone wall with like
Yeah.
1,000 lancers. Oh, that's fun. I didn't even realize that must be a change in this mod, because in the core version of the game you can't even attack the stone wall with normal military. You have to use siege.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think yellow's gonna die. I think yellow is going down. These how many lancers does green have going up here now? It's more than it's more than 100. Yeah. Well, there's 108 and there's a couple stragglers, so it's like 110, I think.
Yeah.
And what's pink doing? It looks
That's
like
what I've just been looking at.
pink's more or less just trying to lock down the center so that he can, in theory, go for a sacred. But I think he's gonna be too late. It looks to me like green's gonna take out yellow, no question here. And then then he's gonna go for pink, and I don't think pink's gonna be able to do anything at that point. His army of Mangudai is no contest for that army of Lancers. It's not even close. I mean, Mangudai are great, raiding, hit and run units. They suck in a straight up fight. So those Lancers will just charge in and kill half of them in the charge. Oh, I see what yellow was doing. Do you see how yellow had all his towers in the back there?
Yeah.
He was going to chop out that back corner and then drop a wonder in the back corner.
Ah. You see, the thing is, my issue was that I could have actually taken green out relatively earlier on in the game, before he started spamming stables
Yeah.
to get lancers out. But then I realised as well that, one, I didn't have as much stone so I could place up keeps or anything like that. And then I had to start making a bunch of barracks for the spearmen. And then I was going to charge after, that weird little party of lancers that he had in those mountains that I took out.
Yep.
I was going to attack after that, but then because I had started sending scouts out, I saw pink running around in the middle, and I saw like the Mangudai and stuff, and I was like, well, what do I do here? Do I go and hope that he attacks me and try and take out pink, or what? Because if you actually look at my unit composition that's like still within my city, a lot of them could have easily countered a lot of his units before he had the chance to spam loads out. But
yep.
Such is life.
Yeah, you're comp. Yeah, I sort of threw us into the lion's den with this one. I just thought it would be fun to mix it up and do something completely wacky, but
it was fun.
I pretty much knew that I wasn't going to win. I didn't know if you were going to win or not, but I pretty much knew I wasn't going to win. Yeah, and I agree. It was fun. I wish I hadn't been, sandwiched by pink and yellow quite so early, but is what it is. This is quite the battle up here between pink, yellow, and green now. It looks like, so basically green was dumb and ran right into all those towers with all their bombards and got himself killed. And then pink came up and started raising down yellow in the confusion. And then yellow has pushed back pink to a large degree. But now green has come back with another army of, what is it? It looks like 76 lancers this time. Not quite as many, but still a lot. Yeah. And I don't think this is going to go well for him, or for yellow, I mean. As long as it really is just, is green going to be dumb again, right? Like, there is literally no reason for him to run back into all those bombard towers in the back.
No.
There's nothing back there except for the towers.
Oh,
Um,
he's got another attachment coming on, 37 more Lancers.
oh, 37 Lancers. He has 68 left up there, so 105. I mean, really, all he has to do is take out these landmarks, and
Yeah.
that's the end of yellow. Oh, I was gonna say yellow has a landmark down south, but it's actually destroyed already, so no, he doesn't. Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
my god, have you seen the spam that he's doing, yellow?
Yeah, he's just building crap tons of barracks. I assume. Actually, he's pulling out a bunch of man at arms.
That's worse, yeah.
That's dumb. I mean, if he were spamming out spearmen, he would actually kill these lancers.
Yeah.
I mean, men at arms are certainly more durable than spearmen, but they don't do shit for damage against horse.
No.
So I don't see the point. You could argue maybe that he should throw out like a chunk of men at arms and then come in with the spearmen after that, and then that would keep the spearmen alive. But that's not what he's doing. He's just coming out with men at arms. Oh, here
You
comes
can
spearmen.
Ah, there we go. I was gonna say you'd think that he's probably just panicking, so he's just been spamming like whatever key.
Oh,
But
I see why he didn't want to do spearmen. Look at the spearmen.
yeah, just regular
They're
spearmen.
spearmen. They're not veteran spearmen. They're not elite spearmen. They're just spearmen. So that's why he was reluctant to do that. Oh, now he's upgraded them to hardened. That's something at least. Hardened are actually significantly better than base spearmen.
Yeah.
Um, actually, I would say if you have enough hardened spearmen in this situation, you could actually win this fight. Obviously, getting them to veteran and then elite is better, but even with just hardened, he could theoretically win this fight. I don't think it's going to matter, though. There's too much. He can shit out all the spearmen he wants. I think green and pink between them are going to destroy him. Looks like pink is amassing again.
What is green doing? Don't go for what? No.
I think green might be. It's almost like he's trying to play with him or something, right? Because he basically could have killed him, and then he just didn't.
Yeah, I'd have at least sent a small detachment of, say, maybe about 5 lancers to have just looked for those villages that were building, and then just use them, because there's no way villages are going to defend against, 5 lancers at least.
I'm actually confused. Why is yellow still alive? Oh, that's why. There it is. The white stupa is buried behind all his towers.
Yeah.
It's not deployed, it's just sitting back there. That's how he stayed alive, is he had one of his landmarks in the back. This is not going to work as an attack for yellow. Those man-at-arms and spearmen, there's no way they're going to take out a keep. Especially not with the lancers there.
Okay, this is going to be a bit more manageable now for green since pink's coming along.
Yeah, I think so. Really, all pink has to do is keep those bombards alive and yellow dies. It's really that simple. As long as he protects his bombards, then that's done.
I was just really confused just then, because yellow basically had green at a choke point and green just wasn't doing anything about it. And then it's only now that yellow's running out that green's got that mobility again.
Yeah, it's very weird. I mean, the whole point of lancers / knights is to charge in. Once they're in the stand-up combat, they will lose to this infantry. You want to charge them in and then run away and then charge them in. Yellow. Literally, the only thing keeping yellow from being dead right now is that he has that white stupa hidden. He's lost all his landmarks again. There go the bombards, because pink seems to think that Mangudai are just the best units in the world when they're really kind of terrible. all he's making is basically Mangudai and a handful of Lancers. Which, I mean, Lancers are fine. Lancers are good, but probably as Mongols, you don't even want to be focusing
Pink.
on Lancers, right?
Oh, thank God. I was going to say, why is Pink not doing anything? Because they tried rebuilding all those barracks again.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's just letting it happen.
Right. I mean, he's making some fairly obvious mistakes as Mongols, right? Because I mean, Lancers are good. They're good for like getting a nice shock and awe attack. But they move slower than your Mangudai, and they move slower than your horsemen. He's not even making horsemen, but theoretically he should be making horsemen. And then, you know, his Mangudai and horsemen actually are the same speed, and they can move around together. The Lancers are slower. It doesn't really make sense to pull out a bunch of Lancers and Mangudai unless you're just gonna split them up and run around and do hit and runs, but he can't really do that right now because Yellow's just in this corner. He can't really do hit and runs. He has to take stand-up fights.
Mm.
And Mangudai are not good for that. They're honestly probably the worst unit in the whole game at stand-up fights.
I've just been wondering what the heck was going on with, like that little cluster of villages that Yellow had to like the northeast.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, why did he just have them there? But where have they gone now? I've not seen where they've gone.
Yeah, I don't know. My only guess is he's pulled them back to the main
Oh,
bit.
they're here. Look, they're here where Pink's bombards are, where that bulk cluster of barracks are. They started attacking them.
Yes, he brought them up to kill bombards. I mean, it's actually not a terrible plan. Villagers can actually kill siege pretty effectively, but they can't when there's out their military to protect the siege. That's the problem.
Yeah.
This is just...
This has got to be like, in all my years of playing Age of Empires and watching competitive games and just random online games, Green has genuinely had like a bit of like a weird, like, slap down a couple of keeps, build like a weird section of wall, and then like put a couple more down, build another section of...
If you were playing China, I could see why he would build this wall, right?
Yeah.
He could then pop the Great Wall landmark on top of this wall, and that would basically shut down Yellow's production because that thing hits like a truck. But he's not playing China, so he can't do anything with this wall. This wall is just there to do nothing because Yellow wasn't even going that way, right? Like, there's not even anything to do in that direction. There's a pond.
Why me?
Why me? Well, it might have something to do with maybe, you know what? I know what it is. I'm gonna propose a theory here. Green, being green, he's a radical vegan.
Right.
He saw all this sheep slaughter. Look at this just mountain of desiccated sheep corpses.
Yeah, I mean, like, the people from India are quite staunch, vegetarians,
yes,
in
exactly.
most part. So,
he has to kill Yellow because he is not going to let the sheep genocide continue.
I just don't understand why Yellow hadn't just rushed Pink, to be honest, with that many,
right?
While Green's there, like, making these weird defensible sort of locations. He could have won against Pink ages ago and then just concentrated on Green.
It's true. I mean, he almost did win against Pink, right? That's why, remember when Pink pulled back as Green was attacking you, Yellow almost killed him. He was on the verge of death, and then Pink just has... Pink's stubborn. Pink's really, really stubborn, and not in a good way. they're just building bombards, Mangudai, and Lancers, and it's like, your army keeps dying, dude. You have to maybe go for something else.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, in this situation with all these spearmen that Yellow has, basically his whole army is spearmen now. He's stopped making men-at-arms, which is probably the correct choice. But he just has spearmen now. So if Pink just made archers, not Mangudai, just archers, he would clean up that army in like 3 seconds.
He's king in the corner though.
I'm sorry?
In that yellow's king in the back corner
Oh,
tower.
yes. Yes, I see that now too, yes. Right next to the white stupa. That's not a great plan because it's literally someone gets back there, they kill one or the other thing, and yellow dies. He needs to split those up, right? So that you don't have two options to kill him if you go back there.
While this game is being this game, I just need to go and run and quickly do something. This food
Absolutely.
sphere that I had to collect. So
Absolutely. Maybe when you get back, this will be done. We'll see.
we'll see. All right, be right back.
All right. Let's see. We have. Well, Pink's actually building up some kind of forces now, but they're still just a wrong composition. He's going Mangudai and Lancers. It's just a bad choice. Lancers are the worst thing he can be building into a mob of spearmen. I guess horsemen would actually be worse probably, but still, it's almost the worst thing he can build. Mangudai are terrible unless you're doing hit and runs, which he's not. That guy's Yellow's building Springolds. That makes perfect sense. That will actually outrange the Bombards. So the Bombards have what? 10. Yeah, that's right. 10 range. Springolds, assuming he has the upgrades, the Springolds should be on 12. He does not have the upgrades on the Springolds yet. I guess that makes sense. There's no real... I don't really see a siege workshop anywhere, so he can't have upgraded the upgrade for the Springolds. He could easily just put a siege workshop right here and get his Springolds upgraded, and they will outrange the Bombards. The fact that he's building Springolds, it's sort of the right instinct, but the problem is they're not upgraded. So all the Bombards have to do is shoot the Springolds, which they have the same range, and the Springolds just die. If he had upgraded Springolds, the Springolds would have 2 more range than the Bombards, and then he could kill the Bombards before the Bombards could hit his Springolds. But that's definitely not what's happening here. It's the right instinct in the wrong execution. More and more Bombards coming in. This is probably exactly what Pink should have been doing this whole time. And now he's finally catching on. Looks like he's not even bothering with the cavalry anymore. He's just going, alright, Bombards. Which is not a terrible plan. I mean, Bombards will basically one-shot anything. And yes, there are a lot of spearmen, but they're just spearmen. They're not very strong. Look at how long it takes them just to kill one Bombard after they have it surrounded. If he had, I don't know, 4 catapults mixed in with these Bombards, these spearmen wouldn't even be able to kill a Bombard, probably. Catapults are fairly weak right now, though, so that's not guaranteed. They were nerfed a couple times, and they're not sitting very strong right now. It's sad watching all these Bombards die to these spearmen. It's kind of pathetic, really. He just needs something, and not Mangudai, to screen these Bombards for him. And not the Lancers either. Come on, man. Pull out some archers. Mongol archers are actually not bad. And they would work a lot better against these spearmen because the spearmen are getting bonuses against all these cavalry. Green building up another castle. Nope. Looks like yellow is throwing out some expletives. Looks like he's not having a grand old time anymore. I mean, he hasn't been having a grand old time for a while now. This is such a weird advance from Green where he's just dropping walls and then sticking his trebuchets behind the walls. It's so... Well, okay. I luckily whatever he's saying with the expletives there are getting should have died when I sniped you. Yeah, I mean, should have. Here comes the king. He might be suiciding. It kind of looks to me like yellow is... Nope, nope, never mind. I got it wrong. He's not suiciding his king. He's trying to escape with his king. I don't think that's a good plan. There's no way he's going to sneak around the edge here. There's nowhere for him to go. Other than right into Pink's forces here. Oh man, he's actually... Oh. I was about to say, it almost looks like he might just barely squeak around the corner there, but he's not going to. Oh no, Pink. You had him. You had him right there. All you had to do was move in on that king. I mean, yeah. Yellow's not wrong. I think he meant a previous incident, but in this exact incident, yes. That king should be dead. There's no reason that king is not dead, other than Pink didn't realize what was happening and walked away. All he has to do is push into that little corner. The king has already trapped himself. There's literally nothing Yellow can do. Now he's just being, you know, let's call it what it is. Yellow's being a salty, toxic asshole. This is the problem in competitive games, right? Instead of just rolling with it and saying, "Yep, well, good game," he's gonna be a petty, vindictive idiot. But it looks like he's gonna die soon, so there's some justice in that at least. So many castles for Delhi over here. It's not a terrible plan. I mean, Delhi castles are particularly useful in that they can actually make villagers and everything too, so they're actually pretty good. But it just... Pink... It so looks like Pink is just gonna throw this because Yellow's just gonna run his king out of here. Except, of course, it's not gonna matter in about 30 to 60 seconds, probably. Okay, even less than that. The second that white stupid dies, that's the end. Yep, there they go. Now, Pink has to fight green, and honestly, I don't know who's gonna win. So, Pink has terrible unit composition for fighting green right now. He had a worse composition for fighting yellow, to be fair, but it's probably not good against green either. But green made some real bonehead mistakes earlier by just running right through stuff, getting all this stuff killed, not really paying attention to his unit counters. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Green's definitely got the jump on attacking the base, right? There's no way that... Can I change this to all? I don't know how to change this to all. No, that doesn't work. Can't click anything to change it to all. I'm not really sure what we do there. Unless... UI... controls? View and remap controls. Communication. Here we go. Shift enter. That's what we need to do. Shift enter. It's not gonna accomplish anything by me chastising yellow. It'll just keep going. Won't accomplish anything. There we go for, oh yeah. I mean, assuming green doesn't do something stupid like run all his troops past stuff and just get them all killed again. This is it. This is the end for pink. There's the stupa back there. This is his starting town center, so that's 2 of the the landmarks. There's a step readout down here, which he presumably has already found, considering his elephants are right there. He can see it. Where's his 4th landmark?
Hey.
Hey, AJ, welcome back. So yellow did finally die.
Yeah.
Now it's just green raiding through, trying to take out pink.
At this point, if I was pink, I would just give up, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would probably just call it GG, make an end to it, because there's really nothing he can do. Oh, there's the... Well, no, I already found that one. Where are his other his other landmarks? I can't find pink's 4th landmark. There's the step redoubt. The white stupa is now on the move. His central town center has already been destroyed, but I cannot find his 4th. Unless, is it packed up into some corner somewhere? No. I don't see it packed up into a corner.
What is it that you're looking for?
Oh, hey, that's it. I was trying to find pink's 4th landmark, but could not find it anywhere on the map here. Well, that's that then.
Yeah.
Green wins. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close this now. That was enough time, what, half an hour of commenting on a game we weren't even in anymore, so.
I know, right? Just the way it goes.
Let's do a different thing here.
You know, I think it is worth getting into Total War Rome 2.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've been in Pixelated Apollo's Discord and like followed him on YouTube since he started. But I never went into any of his games because that was still while I had a terrible PC.
Yeah.
And then even like the more up-to-date one that I had just before this, with those components, it was still slow, you know.
Right.
So there would literally be no point me being in his games, because just to load up a match, especially because a lot of his videos, they like to do large armies.
Mm-hmm.
Which for me, it's fine when I'm just playing solo, because no one's going to be like, why, who's the one that's got a shit PC?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, who's the one that got shit PC? The only one playing.
Yeah. So, it was just, I don't know, it was just ridiculous. There was no point me ever doing it, but now that my PC is up to snuff now, I'm thinking that, like, I will, like, try and, like, find a team to join or something like that and do those little tournaments that they do, or even just for the fuck of it, just for fun, you know?
I don't see a problem with that. I mean, yeah, I like going and doing random matches and stuff. This is gonna go poorly, but I'm gonna play Abbasid because I don't really ever play Abbasid, so we're gonna do it.
Okay.
This will be interesting. You know what? No, I'm gonna change the map. I'm gonna go to something that's actually somewhat predictable, because I don't want to go to Mega Random and then like get a water map or something.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I gotta eat something. Someone redeemed in jest. All right. I'm eating a mini scone, a mini cranberry orange scone. How about that?
Nice.
I love these things. They're the best thing ever.
Hmm.
Well, I did black mage, but it's like it's not a full size scone. It's like a package full of little mini scones. So I did eat a whole one. I just didn't eat a whole scone in that sense. Oh man, they're really good, but it's a good thing he redeemed ingest and hydrate. So good, I can drink something after that because that was a little dry. All right, there we go. I have eaten something, Black Mage. You're welcome. Let's go to I don't know. Do you want to pick civs at all, or do you just want to see what we deal with?
Yeah, just see what we deal with.
All right, let's try it. I hope we don't get Mongols because the last time I did a random and ended up with a Mongol enemy, they just sat there. They didn't even deploy their town center or anything.
Oh, okay.
Hey, a Rus in English. Good. So we're going to probably get a lot of early aggression out of the English, and we're probably going to get a lot of hunt stealing and harassing out of the Rus. Alright, let's find stuff. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. That's fine. I was gonna go back to like normal gameplay settings instead of the mod, but that's okay. We can play the mod again. As long as you're good with that.
Yeah, it's all fine by me.
Alright. My chat here said, like, the person who redeemed the ingest said eat the whole scone, but in caps the whole scone. So I'm wondering if he was just trying to make me like jam it in my face and choke myself.
Most likely. I mean, who doesn't want to see someone do that?
Well, unfortunately they can't see me, so it doesn't really accomplish much. Yeah, I don't have a camera on. I just have voice, so I'm a shy boy. I don't like people looking at my face.
That is fair enough.
All right, let's see. Nope, wrong side. Go to that way. Weird. I find it surprising that we're already 20 points up on the hardest AI.
Probably the consistency of our like scouting plus villager production.
Probably. I got about 1.5 million sheep now, so that's good. It's probably time to go actually find their base. Figure out what the choke points are so that I can wall them in. I prefer to wall the enemy in as opposed to walling myself off.
Yeah, I mean, restrict what they can do as much as possible, why not?
Exactly. Once you have them locked in a little corner, they basically can't win. especially useful when we're dealing with, you know, hardest AI here.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, there's the English. They are building the council hall. Not surprised about that. I think I don't know that I really ever see the AI build the Abbey of the Kings. With probably good reason. It's not really very good. One little tweak to it, and it would be probably one of the best landmarks in the game, but I don't think they'll ever make that tweak. All they need to do is remove the fact that it can't heal while units are in combat. Then it will be an amazing landmark. But until then,
Yeah.
it's basically worthless, because it doesn't really heal fast enough to do much. And I don't know if you know how it's calculated in this game, but being out of combat technically in this game means you've gone 15 seconds without attacking. So it's really, really rough to get to, you know, being out of combat while you can't like juggle units back and forth out of the aura and, you know, fight with some and then heal some and fight with others. You can't really do it because it's a 15-second cooldown essentially.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm pretty low on food now. Let's see. I'll put that there just to connect those buildings. You know what?
What's that?
There's not a lot of stuff not a lot of avenues we really have to defend on this map. If I defend here, and we collectively defend here, and you defend here, that's it. They're walled in.
Hmm.
Let's keep those going. Takes forever to age up as Abbasid, it drives me nuts. Because you have to build the building, and then you have to research the actual advancement, and etc., etc. It's quite a pain.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go with something. Go with this right here. And build a market back there. I definitely need a house before I run out of space. Let's see, our lowest resource is gold. Sweet, that's golden age tier 1. We're gonna make our spearmen actually good, because Abbasid can do that. And we are going to get some archers going too. Where's my scout? He's up there. Okay. Get a few guys going up there. We're gonna send a couple of villagers up to wall them off. Get our food going. Wood will be next. what I meant to do. There we go. There's wood. I'm gonna start trading with the central trade post here, just to get some gold income going. What a shock. Roos raiding you with cavalry.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who would have ever seen that coming? Alright, let's get stone. Actually, I'm gonna send you over to wood, so that we can send these guys over to stone.
Oh, yellow's got quite a lot of longbowmen out already.
Oh yeah? That's not optimal, but I think we'll be able to survive. Oh, I see. Up by your little wall there. Yeah. Honestly, with just longbowmen, literally just drop an outpost and he'll die. Or, obviously, you have just as many, if not more, longbowmen, and you can just go and take him out.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna get those northern wall done in just a second here. There it is. Oh, they're attacking my trader. Okay. I need to establish a lockdown in the center before I send out more traders. Let's drop a tower right there so that they can't just come walking right in here. Alright. We have a functioning northern wall now, so I will come back down and take out, deal with the middle. We need a faster stone income, and it's time to go to the next stage. I'm gonna go Culture Wing, because I love the research discount. Probably not the most competitive of the choices, but I absolutely love that discount. Seven spearmen versus 2. You chased them down. I'm gonna go to the middle
I mean, I
there.
didn't even want them to do this fight over here, but that's fine. They can just chill
Yeah,
doing that.
at the very least it'll stall their attack.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I'm gonna get a tower out here. Oh, this is gonna be bad for them. Yeah, come on. They came in with a few early knights, but I had, spearmen and archers, so that was the end of that. Oh, wow. Okay. Yellow's going ham. You see this army coming in?
Ah, yes.
Let's wait on those.
عصفوا جميعا. أنا أرى العدو. أفعل واجبي. أنا أتحرك. استعدوا انتبهوا جميعا.
Let's get a gate up.
بناء ذلك عما قريب. استعدوا أيها المحاربون. لدينا أوامر. مفهوم وينفذ في الحال.
That's okay.
أوامر جديدة. أنا سأتبع الأوامر. أنفذ الأوامر الآن.
I can have all the dudes in the world. It doesn't really matter because there's no way they're getting through my stone wall right there.
أنصتوا يا قطع. سأفعل ذلك. استعدوا أيها الوقت يضيع منا فلتتحركوا.
They might try to go all the way around. Looks like that is what they're gonna do.
انتبهوا
At
جميعا.
which point,
تحركوا جميعا.
we just wall off that side too.
ذلك الآن. الأوامر. انتبهوا أيها حسنا إذا. هيا. أنصتوا يا قوم. أوامر جديدة. انتبهوا أي ضيفوا على أقدامكم. تحركوا. أعطني الأوامر. حسنا. ما المطلوب؟ إلى أين أذهب؟ راكب كما أمرت.
Alright, nope, never mind. You're good. I was gonna say it looked like they might try to push down here, but actually they're just sort of stalling out at my wall up here and not really doing anything.
عصفوا جميعا. ستأتي الأوامر قريبا يا رجال.
Let's get all this research going now that I have everything reduced in cost. Cancel a couple of these so I can get this.
حسنا ما المطلوب؟ على استعداد
حان وقت الأوامر.
تحركوا اتخذوا مواقعكم.
أنصتوا يا قوم. لم يضر المشي.
سأنهي بناء ذلك عما قريب.
عصفوا جميعا.
Here.
تحركوا إلى الأمام. تحركوا دون تردد. إلى أين أذهب؟ أتحرك كما أمرت.
Oh, you got a hole in your wall.
Yeah, I
right
can see
there.
him coming through.
Yep. Yeah, it's just some horsemen in early nights. I think you should be able to take care of them pretty easily. Let's see, we got that. We got that.
الأوامر. استعدوا أيها المحاربون. لدينا أوامر.
انتبهوا جميعا.
حان وقت الأوامر.
Stupid fucking food. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 of you.
وقت الأوامر.
Go over here.
تحرك أيها اصغوا سأفعل ذلك الآن. حسنا
تم البناء.
حان وقت العمل.
بناء مشيد.
What is going on with you?
منتهيا. تم البناء.
Dummy.
إلى هناك. حان وقت العمل.
بناء
سأبني ذلك
Alright.
الآن.
Let's do that.
كما أمرت.
Send those guys back to there.
قادمة إلينا.
Send another 2. Get that going. Woofta. Okay, that's... You know what? That's gonna be okay. I got these guys. Actually, do not build up there. Needs to go closer to home.
سأنهي بناء. استعدوا أيها الوقت يضيع منا. فلتتحرك. وضعت سرج. اثبت يا فتى. سنتحرك الآن. أمضي إلى الأمام راكبا. على استعداد.
آنت الأوامر.
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
انتبهوا جميعا.
Idiots.
عمل إنجاز.
Tell them to build farms, so they build the farms and then stand there. Instead of, you know, working the farms.
ماذا لديك لأفعل؟
في المصيبة. اصبوا جميعا.
Get that done.
مستعد للتبادل التجاري. بما تأمر. يا فتى انتبهوا جميعا. يتم التعديل. انصتوا يا قوم. أوامر جديدة. أنا أرى العدو. رمحي الميليشيا.
All right. This might be my death, buddy. Too much yellow.
I can probably send some men over.
I don't know that it'll help. At this point, they have too many battering rams, etc., etc. I think I'm gonna be dead before you could stop anything. Yeah, they have too many resources coming in. I wanted to mix it up and play Abbasid, and in my hubris, you know, I played like probably my worst Civ.
But at least you are taking those risks.
Indeed. No one can take that away from me, right?
Definitely not.
حسنا إلى أين إذا؟ انتبهوا جميعا.
I can build another keep at this point, but I don't think it'll accomplish much.
القرويون على عهدة الاستعداد. آسف الآن. أنفذ أوامرك.
Harassing villagers with men-at-arms. That's a fun time.
اصبوا جميعا. حان وقت العمل.
Oh man. They're gonna Sacred Victory us anyway, it looks like, probably. Although, where's the... Oh, there's the one. Oh no, they're just accidentally taking the Southern Sacred Site. Looks like you got the... You've got the big force coming in on you now, too, down there, so... I think one way or the other, even if you were able to save this push, I mean, then we have to defend from your push down there. I think we're dead. Ooh. Yeah, there's their Sacred coming in. Alright. You want to give this a restart with some hards instead of hardest?
Yeah, can do.
Alright.
Either way, I'm game.
I think the part of the issue is on... Well, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna make a new match. And we'll go without the mod settings.
Okay.
Because one of the issues is that the mod really speeds everything up, right? So we were falling behind there because everything's a lot faster in that mod. Let's turn that off. We'll invite you again. I don't know why, for whatever reason, it's not just keeping you in the party.
I'm not entirely sure either.
Let's see. I'm not going to play Abbasid because I really don't like them. Um, you know what? Let's do this. English, English. One thing that I really wish Age 4, maybe it does, and maybe I'm just dumb and I haven't noticed, but you know how in Age 2 you can do co-op campaigns?
Yeah.
I want to do that in Age 4.
Mhm.
But
I mean, we
I
can try that on Age 2 because I've actually not done that yet.
right. I don't think I've ever played a co-op campaign mission either, to be honest. Need to get Forest going. Let's see, that'll be 3 coming through there. You are right, it is really fun hearing the Middle English speech on the English.
And I think it really kicks in from feudal and castle age.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, for me especially, it really is, like, because a lot of, like, say, like, their accent and things like that, like, what they are saying, is actually very close to not just the language spoken now, but familiar in tone and
Mm-hmm.
their accent, and, you know, it's very, very familiar to, you know, my regional accent here.
Right. What's your region again? I don't recall offhand.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All you farmers and hicks in Yorkshire.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, I'm actually just so, like, excited to get this 4K monitor tomorrow.
It's gonna be good times. You gonna
It really will.
What are you gonna do first? You gonna watch a 4K movie or are you gonna play a 4K game?
I don't know. I'm just gonna be that excited. I'll actually just be sat there. I've got it all sorted out, the dual monitor setup, and I'm just gonna be like, but what do I actually do now?
Yeah. Is it a 4K HDR as well?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go, yeah. Man. Alright, there's all that. Alright, let's toss down this. Keep our stone going so that we can actually get some walls up and stuff. And in just a second here, we will be able to do... There we go.
They've really done like beautifully with sound design and music tracks in this as well, I think.
Oh yeah, I think there's no better example of that in this game, in my opinion, than the Mongols
Yeah.
with their
Oh yeah, the
with their throat
Mongolian
singing.
throat singing.
Yeah, it's so good.
I think what certain places need to do now, like certain companies and such, is that they really do need to like learn from this in like the direction that Age of Empires 4 has taken everything in terms of like sound design, rather than just having, you know, like just cliche types of noises and, you know,
Right.
words or whatever.
Yeah, it really, I mean, when I was younger, I do genuinely think that playing Age of Empires 2 when I was younger is what got me interested in history and ended up, you know, having me go to school for history. But I feel like with 4, it's even more so true that like you feel dropped right into
Yeah,
this era.
the immersion's much better, it's more defined.
Mm-hmm.
Even when, like, have you watched the program Vikings?
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't really watched it. No.
Okay, because you really do get that sort of vibe from that as well.
Yeah.
Because when you're looking at the perspective of like the Danish, Swedish, and just all those Vikings that come to England, when it's in their perspective, they've made it so that the English are actually speaking like Anglo-Saxon, like
Oh, nice.
English. It's really, really well done. And then when they're listening, they're speaking Old Norse.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was really good. That's like one thing that I really enjoyed about it when it came out.
That does sound quite good. Yeah. I did see. Was it Vikings? It must be something other than Vikings.
Last Kingdom.
There's something. Maybe it was. I want to say it was some sort of Roman show where I watched a linguist examine it, and he was actually picking apart how they did all their pronunciation wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, that's to a certain degree. I mean, we do know to a small degree what Roman speech would have sounded like, but we can't be absolutely positive on certain words. So there's certain leeway there, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, I mean, like one like misconception as well when it comes to Roman speaking Latin is that the pronunciation of words where, like as a good example, so the Roman Emperor Augustus,
Mm-hmm.
like it's the US part that's actually pronounced like rather
Yeah.
than us.
Right. There's a lot of, I mean, true Latin, you know, not modern Latin. True Latin is very weird in the way it should be pronounced. It essentially should be like lispy Italian, really. And it's just a really weird way to speak, right? There's almost like an affected lisp is almost built into the language, which is just very strange for a modern speaker to try to do.
Definitely. pink for some reason has like 10 sheep with their scout.
With their scout, yeah, just running around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to do that. I've noticed the AI just in general is a big fan of basically never going back and dropping off their sheep. I like to take advantage of it, exploit it and just go and kill their scout and take their sheep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go this way because I think there's an opening here that I need to defend. Yes, there is. Dendeut. Yeah, man, it's so good. So good.
It's so good indeed.
One more there. I'm sure you're fine down there, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Goody goody. Where are my... Oh, you idiots. I have a couple of rogue villagers that were supposed to be building a gate, but they decided to come back and harvest stone instead. I don't know, maybe I did the waypoints in the wrong order or something, but that's really frustrating, because now they're all the way back at my base.
Strela fuse.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I don't have a choice. So, let's go drop that there. Nope, that's wrong. Let's go drop that there with those guys.
Hestus commending. What surface, eh? Your way, Eowarder.
Alright. That's good enough to hold early. Ah, crap stacks. I didn't even see that.
On your work, eh?
I have a little hole in my wall up north that I didn't... Well, not a hole in my wall, a gap in the trees that I didn't realize would become a hole in the wall if I didn't patch it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that next. Uh-oh. Oh, it's because of the relic. Okay. I was like, wait a second, it's not letting me drop the wall there. There must be enemy, military walking right through there. But no, there's a relic in the way.
Yes, sir. Understood. Here offer. Each timber playoffs.
One thing that I also really enjoy about playing the English, I don't play them very often, but one thing that is really good about them, pastures are so good.
Yeah.
Your way, Eowarder.
Oh look, I'm gonna grow food and simultaneously I'm gonna generate gold. All right.
Yeah,
Here offer. Hestus commending.
It's probably my favorite thing about Burgundians in 2.
yeah.
What's it called for them? Enclosures?
Well, I think on this one it's enclosures.
Oh, okay.
And then I think pastures is the one that's on 2.
Okay. Same difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
we
see.
know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it is enclosures on this. I see that now.
Your way, Eowarder.
Well, I very often don't necessarily know all the details, but good enough.
Indeed.
Oh, look at this. Though that was a pile of sheep
Yeah.
just sitting out there doing nothing. Did you kill their scout, I assume?
I don't know if I think I might have, but either way,
Good job.
3 sheep.
Goodbye and thank you for all the sheep.
Mm,
That's a slight misquote there, but I think you get the point.
of course.
At least I hope you do. Don't tell me you're not familiar with Douglas Adams or I'll be very upset.
Familiar, but not Not off the top of my head, could it be like, oh yeah.
Got it.
No, I don't make one of them.
Whoa, what's going on with Pink? Look at their score.
Oh my god, I've just noticed.
Yeah, I just
What?
saw that. They're not Mongols, right? No. Oh, they are Mongols. That's what happened. Mongols glitched out again. I hate that it does that. It's only been doing that since this new patch.
So what's that glitch all about then?
Essentially what happens is their town center never deployed. If you go over to where, like, you can see right there, that town center is still just sitting there like that. So they just,
I mean,
have 6 villagers and a town center that is undeployed.
I'm just sending like a scout over there anyway because I want to see this.
Okay. And since their sheep were just standing there in the open, that would imply that their Khan had been killed. So that means that, I mean, depending how long ago their Khan died, they probably don't even have a Khan. So it's literally just going to be 6 villagers and a town center just sitting there. Yep, there you go.
Okay then, that is interesting.
I'll just go kill him, get rid of him. Since they can't really do anything anyway, might as well just kill him. I guess to a certain degree it doesn't matter that much, right? I mean, we were obviously playing 1 against 2 is very unfair and it is to their detriment, but at the same time we have been doing very well in our build up and everything. We would have gotten this anyway, so it's not like it's going to change the outcome.
No.
What's being attacked? Oh, psh. They have a scout attacking my my trade. Who cares? All right.
Do they know why that this is happening?
I haven't seen anything talked about. You know, it's just been happening for, well, what, like 5 days or so since the last patch, something like that. So I would assume they are perfectly aware that it happens. I would also assume that if they knew how to fix it, it would be fixed by now. You know, with a hot patch, but
Yeah.
it has not been, so. Oh man, you got a lot of barracks for an English.
I know, right?
Are you gonna push out spears or man-at-arms?
Yeah, because I've got a feeling that they've got more cavalry right now.
Okay. I mean, that's probably true. Let's see. Let's do this. Not right there. Let's put it right there. Out of curiosity, what did you go? White Tower?
I went for...
Oh, you went King's Palace.
Yeah.
Alright. Interesting. That is... I think most pro players consider that the better of the 2 options. I don't particularly think it's great, but I don't really do the whole, like, building out a bunch of TCs thing. I know it's definitely a limiting factor in how, you know, how well I do, that I don't really do that. But it just, I don't know, it doesn't seem like the way I want to play, so I just don't do it.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of, like, you know, pro player metas that they all sort of be like, yeah, this is what you should do,
Right.
and shit like that. I just do, like, whatever I feel feels nice.
Right. Exactly. The perfect way to get sick of playing a game is to only play the things that are, supposed to be the strongest.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. We'll go there. Garrison those guys.
Yeah, here we go, see?
Oh yeah, there's some stuff coming. A lot of horsemen it looks like. Yeah,
Ah,
mostly horsemen.
for fuck's sake. You know what I've forgotten to do, don't you?
I don't know. What did you forget to do? Oh, blacksmith again?
Yeah.
You want come look at my base. Now that you said it, I'm building a blacksmith. It's so easy to forget to do. Oh
But this is
geez.
the thing,
Now you hit Imperial.
I never forget that kind of thing, and yet, like, now, when I play this game specifically, I forget it.
Yeah.
Because on Age of Empires 2, I typically do market blacksmith.
Yeah. But you don't, because you don't have to do the same build to do the age up. It just sort of falls by the wayside.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, no, I can still come. I was looking at it and I was like, well, you've pretty much cleaned it up, but I guess you do still have some of those dudes hacking away at you down there.
Well, they're bringing some more men in.
All right. My longbows are coming in, so I should be able to clean up the last of it on this backside here. Man, I love that so much.
What's that?
The palings for longbowmen is probably one of my favorite things in this whole game. Like, not just because of its utility, it is very useful, but it is such a good, like, historical reference.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it is literally how, English longbowmen fought against French knights, is by dropping big chunks of wood into the ground. Like, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
And again, it's just another testament to how much effort they have put. Like, everyone can argue that this was rushed when it came out, and you can agree to that. You can attest to that. But at the same time, the actual core of the game, what they were doing, especially a good example is the campaigns, is that you can blatantly see how they've made it documentary-esque. That it's a lot of love has gone into this, at least in its conceptual design.
Yeah. I would say that's exactly right on every count, right? The execution of details is where things are problematic in this, but the core concept is very much good.
Yeah.
It's just, they fell at some hurdles when they were actually putting stuff together.
And I don't blame them, because again, this was something that it was being worked on before the pandemic slightly, but
Yeah.
obviously during those 2 years is where, like, it's the same thing that Call of Duty ran into when they released Vanguard. Absolutely fucking terrible. Because, I mean, how can you not put a pause button in the game? That's how rushed it was, Like,
Right.
but I think they've done well to redeem themselves. I think that the frequency of, like, their updates and hotfixes, and to say that they're doing number 2 at the same time as well. Like, I commend them on it. I think it's well done to them, you know?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're doing 2 as well, right? Because you're talking about 2 different dev studios.
Yeah.
I get the gist of your point. It's just that one little detail I think is not quite accurate because, you know, it's on, what is it, Ensemble versus Relic, and they're, you know.
Oh, that is true, actually, yeah.
I think it's Ensemble. I don't remember for sure which one has control of 2 right now.
On Empires.
Yeah, that's it. The people who did, you know, all the mod stuff and then basically were converted into
Yeah.
the real dev team.
Yeah, Forgotten Empires.
Yeah.
And then Relic.
Yeah. That being said, as far as Relic goes, I'm curious to see what exactly comes of Company of Heroes 3, because obviously that is Relic as well. So Age of Empires 4 and Company of Heroes 3 are both Relic, and I don't know, man. Have you played the two different like beta releases, or I guess they were alphas actually, for
No.
okay, well they've done 2 different alphas for Company of Heroes 3, and I'm not impressed.
Right. I've not played those games
Okay,
personally, but because my whole shtick is really medieval,
right.
but I know that that's basically their staple like title.
I mean,
Company of
yeah,
Heroes.
it definitely was for. I mean, that is the thing that everyone knows Relic for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hestes kommer, Arwemen. Stepper! Here we are. You Hestes. Spoilers bend that way, men!
Is that my? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, right, they're Rus, so they're gonna actually have quite good, you know, spread around defenses with the wooden fortresses. That is probably my favorite thing about Rus. Wooden fortresses are so good. Like, they do have the downside in that you cannot give them the cannon emplacements, which are definitely the best of the emplacements. But with that exception, they are so good. They have like, you know, the upgrade you can do on outposts that doubles their health and makes them more resistant to fire.
Yeah.
The wooden fortresses just have that. You don't have to buy it. They just have it.
Yeah.
It's just so good. And you know, they can garrison 8 people, which I think is probably the best part about them, because what that really means is that you can actually have a whole group of miners or lumberjacks or something out in the field doing something and drop that, and that whole group is protected, because, you know, 5 is not really enough to protect your harvesting group, but 8, yeah, 8 can do it. Or if you really want to push it, you know, and you have 16 out harvesting something, drop 2 of them. Alright, there's that guy.
Every charge and 10 dead.
I'm gonna do this. Right there. It's time to push this front. Stop twiddling my thumbs back here.
Cease the Hestes. He'll have you that building a knob.
Nope, not there.
Hearkeneth, Aller.
Antipotas, Pereth. Alsuitha, yes. Luthan, Comathon.
I don't know if you realize, but you've had about, what is this, about 10 longbowmen just standing there for a while.
I actually did not realize.
I
that.
figured you probably didn't realize. It would be a weird thing to do intentionally.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
Every turn intended.
Let's push that up. Elite Spearmen. They look really cool, especially in red. That red and gold work really well together.
Yeah. What I think as well with like the language with this as well is funny because the accents of the villagers is mainly like Cornish,
Mm-hmm.
like people that are from Cornwall,
Right.
and then the soldiers though they're from the north, like up here
Uh-huh.
in Yorkshire. So it's I think that was quite interesting that they did as well, so that they got more out of the accent in it. Do you get what I mean?
I do. Yeah, I do. It absolutely makes sense. It's interesting because, you know, I mean, certainly when I watch like a panel show or something, a British panel show, I can tell that there are different accents present, but it's not like I'm so aware of it that I can go, oh yeah, Yorkshire, Cornwall, you know, Cockney.
Cockney,
Yeah. I mean, Cockney's pretty fucking obvious, let's be fair. But the others. Yeah, to my, you know, uncivilized American ear, it's all just sort of British.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure to a certain extent you have a similar experience, right? Talking to me or talking to some other Americans. It's kind of just like, it just sounds American.
No, for me that isn't actually the case, and for a lot of British people that's not the case, because I think the main ones as well that stick out is like Southern
Well, yeah, that's, yeah.
and like Midwestern.
Which is me, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Midwestern is actually like the default American, right? Like if you watch,
I'd say so.
well, no,
Yeah.
it like technically it is, right? Because it's if you watch the news, right? If you watch American news, they actually train newscasters to speak in a Midwestern accent. Like that's the default
Really?
accent. Yes. Because it's the it's sort of considered like the neutral American accent.
I mean, that is understandable.
It's I always find it kind of funny, right? Like when you like watch regional news or something. Like let's say you watch, I don't know, regional local news in Philadelphia or something. They sound like me. But Philadelphians do not sound like me.
No.
So I've always found it kind of hilarious how, you know, it's just been latched onto as like that's the American accent.
Yeah.
I
mean,
would to a certain degree, like what you said with Southern, right? I would almost consider Southern like a whole different language. It's not even like it's not even American to me. It's Southern. Like,
oh dear.
here they come with horse archers and knights, but that's not going to do them any good. Yep, their army's dead. Oh no, don't attack my castle that I specifically put in the front lines. How dare you? I always find the excessiveness of the warnings in games like this pretty comical, right? Like you know, it just
Oh, yeah.
it just warned me enemy attacking landmark. Well, no shit. I dropped my castle on the front line to be attacked. Like,
Yeah.
Killings. Come on, knights. Come on. Bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was weird. That was a very strange little bug that I just had.
What was that?
There it goes again. So, as my trebuchets were killed, it was like the line of sight expanded around them.
Oh, I think that's happened with me, yeah.
Very weird little bug. Oh shit, is that a headless? Oh no, never mind. He just has a really squat little, like, square bucket helmet. I thought I saw a headless man-at-arms running around.
I mean, that would make for an interesting man-at-arms.
Yeah. It's like the, did you see the Halloween bonus skin Age of Empires 2 man-at-arms guy? Or no, it's not a man-at-arms, it's a knight. They're
Oh,
like,
the headless lantern.
yeah, they're like pumpkin heads. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I love it. I wouldn't say Headless Horseman is like my favorite, you know, tale ever, but it's entertaining enough to be worth an homage in a game.
I guess so, I guess so.
Especially around Halloween time. It's really interesting. They seem to now that like we've killed their army, all they seem to be producing are archers. And that's not really gonna do anything against our longbowmen mass. It's not really a, I don't know. It's not a smart thing. Like archers will beat longbowmen, right? But not when they're more longbowmen.
I'm just kind of curious as to the fact that why you see like all these military buildings as well,
Mhm.
and then like when you looked at the sort of resistance against us, it makes you question what is this like difference in scale of hard and hardest, because
Right.
intermediate to hard, I'd almost say there's basically like no difference. Like we did this pretty comfortably,
Mhm.
but then when you go hard to hardest, it's like, what is this now? Like this is more like extreme AI.
Yeah, it's very similar to well, I guess it is called extreme in is it extreme or is it insane in 2?
Extreme.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. That hardest is very much more like insane. Or extreme, sorry. I confused myself as I was remembering what I was saying.
Yeah, it's,
But yeah, there is quite a gap. You're absolutely right. And it's a little disappointing, right? Because like that last match against those hardest, we did not do well.
no.
This match, it's almost like it was almost boringly easy, right? So where's the in between where we can get like challenged but not face rolled?
Yeah, and the weird thing is it's weird on Age of Empires 2 as well. Because on Age of Empires 2, there's times where it's like because on Age of Empires 2, I play hardest as like my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
I just do not do extreme AI because that is like it takes me back to the days of Age of Empires 2 on CD where they would
Yes.
just cheat.
Yes,
but
exactly.
that's how good they've got their AI
I
to
thought
be.
I thought it was the case that the extreme did cheat.
No.
No? Okay. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought I remembered that like extreme, like up through hardest, it's it's just AI differences, but on extreme they're actually cheating resources and stuff. But
No,
maybe they
'cause-
changed that, or I don't know.
No, because I remember as well watching Spirit of the Law
Yeah.
playing against extreme AI, and like when you go back over like their gameplay and stuff. Oh look, it's over here. There it is.
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, the
they
high
are
trade
like,
house.
yeah, they are actually just playing legitimately, like just really fucking good, like
Okay.
extreme. So
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think hardest is more enjoyable. But the weird thing is that the level of which they play based on the civ that they are.
Oh yeah, that's a big difference. You're right. I mean,
Because as well, I've noticed that in Age of Empires 2, I'll just click on hard or hardest, and when I'm on hardest, sometimes it's like by the time you see the aftermath report summary thing, you look at the like largest army. Now, usually on hardest, especially if you do let them boom a bit so that you can have those like big battles and stuff,
right.
is that you'll see their largest army is like 300 plus. But then sometimes, if it's like a sort of like I don't want to say shit civ, but like if it's a civ that it's like it's not something that's a powerhouse, like say Franks,
Mm-hmm.
and then like Lithuanians, Poles, that kind of thing. If there's something like
Vietnamese is a great example.
yes, Vietnamese, they'll still only have like
40
200
dudes.
army.
I've actually gone through like a hardest battle against Vietnamese, and admittedly I did kill them like before. I think it was like in early castle or something, but
Hmm.
I think their biggest army was like 60.
Yeah. So it's weird how it differs on civilization as well. Like it's,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, sometimes hardest when I've played it, it has been like it's probably hard or like moderate.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes when you're playing hard or hardest, like you've got fucking Koreans where they're like literally they've hit Castle Age. About 2 minutes into Castle Age, somehow they've already got about 50 war wagons, and you're like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah. Yeah, it's complete nonsense, yeah. All right, well, I think we've gone a little over 3 hours. I usually do about 3 hours in a stream, so I think we're gonna call it there. I hope people watching actually enjoyed this bit of change of pace. You won't really know this, AJ, but mostly what I've been doing is I've been playing single player RPGs, old school RPGs, in particular on with increased difficulty mods. And so this is quite a change of pace for me. But I was having troubles with the game with Super Mario RPG ROM today, and I didn't feel like fighting with it for an hour, so Age of Empires it is.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. I hope that we'll do it again. Let's see if anyone is online that I can raid out to. Actually, no, not really. No one is around right now. I guess that makes sense. It is Wednesday evening. It's not a very common streaming time, but all right, AJ. Like I said, hopefully we'll play it again sometime, and maybe we can drag a couple of these people who don't really know RTS games in with us, and we can school them on the glory that is conquering your enemies. You know, like Conan said, "What is best in life?"
What did he actually say? Wait, is this the original one with Arnie?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Oh God.
To drive your enemies before you, and to hear the
Yeah.
lamentations of their women.
Yeah, and maiming them, yeah, and all that, yeah. Fuck's sake! Wow, that has just given me like the biggest throwback that has now. You know what? That's what I'm gonna watch. I know it's not gonna be in 4K, but I'm watching that tomorrow when I get my new monitor.
I bet you could find like a remaster HD copy thing going somewhere. I mean, you know, like you said, it won't be 4K, but I bet it'll look good.
Yeah, I am gonna look that shit up now. So, but yeah, thanks for having me, and yeah, we'll definitely do this again. Just let me know.
All right, take care, sir, and take care everyone else, and we'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye-bye.